What's going on, my little WISA investors or investors to be? I'm just going to tell you something. In the craziness of everything, I just wanted to tell people keep an eye on pre-market tomorrow because that's what's going to set the stage going forward. Because the volume that we had obviously on Friday carrying over, and always before a reverse split, there tends to be a lot of wild volume. Understand something. If they go with the 25 to 1 or the 50 to 1, yes, there's less shares, but the value of the shares coming out of the gate will have to be somewhere around $7 or so. But then, since there's less shares available, the scramble for the shares, that's where it becomes interesting after the reverse split. Honestly, in my opinion, they don't need to do the reverse split. They don't have to do it. So that's my take. But that being said, tomorrow, I'm going to look at the run-up because the volume from last Friday kicks over here, plus the momentum of the pre-vote. That's going to be within that time frame. And since I'm with TD, I'll be like, woo, let me scalp something. Who knows? But at the end of the day, the original numbers I was looking at, the 25, 20, 25, 50, like me and Elk right now, we're betting on where pre-market's going to be in opening. It's going to be pretty interesting. Does this affect the shorts if they do the reverse? No, it doesn't. It just means that their short positions are adjusted to the new float. But what it does is when the price is priced now above the regs, then you have a situation where that plus the positive revenue numbers that are going to come and all that other good stuff, and they're up there, since they're listed as a buy, that's where you get those prices. Either or, like I said, I'm just putting out there what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm keeping an eye out tomorrow pre-market to see the volume from Friday kicks over. Because that's where it was pre-market on Friday. That's how the big action came out. So when it bumped up and then they hit up the 19, whatever. So this is what I'm watching tomorrow, plus all the news going there. Now that all the fear of the 8K form is all done, and the company's not going to be delisted. That they're gonna do the reverse split either way. And reverse splits, listen, I was looking at one here. 2 seconds. There was a reverse split. Stock ticker was ADTX. It was back in September. They did a 1 to 50 reverse split, okay? And it climbed 32% after completing that. So understand, yes, you have less shares, but your dollar amount stays the same. But that bump up, see, that's what happened with COSM. That reverse split, I didn't want it, but that bump up, if you caught it, that was a sweet thing. Remember, there's going to be, after the reverse split, it changes the float size, obviously less shares available. So there's a little bit of a scrambling to get a hold of those shares, because those are the ones that are used to, you buy them up to lend them out to short, yada, 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 whatever. And anybody that has to cover, there's less shares out there. So when there's less shares, now that affects the shorts on the other side. That's why there's buying and whatever. Looking at pre-market, and like I said, I don't fear the reverse split because you can make money with a reverse split. I'm going to make money on this either or, no matter what. Whether I get out tomorrow, I scalp it at a good price, get back in after the reverse split, you can make money with a reverse split and going into it. I don't trust my broker to execute a reverse split in a timely fashion for me. That's a different story. So if you heard that conversation with the CEO, he was like, yeah, whatever. The shorts are going to do what they're going to do. Like, he was like straight. Like, he already knows the revenue. He already knows the company products. He already knows the customers he's doing business with. When he said, the big companies, like, I already know he has no problem with like that. Now it comes down to that reverse split. I don't believe he has to do it. I don't believe it. Listen, if he doesn't, if the vote comes out, they're not going to do a reverse split, boom, it's going to go like that. Because all the fear that was out there is going to come back. Mice will become lions because they'll be like, there's no more reverse split. And then whack a world. This is like I said, I stumbled upon this. This is like, this is like Bizarro World. This was a day trade that I stuck around, hung out, had a sandwich. All of a sudden, it's like, now I'm talking to the CEO today, moving forward. So like I said, if they don't get the approval for the reverse split, boom. If they do the reverse split and the price is higher, and obviously it pleases the market, the street, plus the revenue information, yada, 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 boom. It could do what this company did, the ADTX, that type of a stuff. You know, like I said, I don't fear. Look, when APE came out, TD didn't get APE, so I was out of the APE. When COSM did the surprise reverse split, which by the way is not happening now, this is because everybody knows about it going into it. You can have a decision tomorrow. I don't want to be a part of it, or, you know, or they're going to set the reverse split at a future date. But people have time. Legally speaking, that's what it's supposed to be. Not what we had, but nonetheless, that sucker also ran to 23. So this is, I don't know which way, whatever. I'm giving you the scenarios. You do with it whatever you want. With me, I'm just like, door number one or door number two. Either way, I'm going to make some bucks. I'm going to make some bucks on top of, let's say, for example, there's a run up tomorrow. I'm scalping it. If they get the reverse split on Tuesday and I'm still in it, it's okay. I'll run it. The new price, the scrambling for the smaller float. Like I said, just take a look what ADTX did at a 50, 1 to 50. Let me tell you something. Then it climbed up. It bumped. You can get money. You could make money. The thing is, like, people have that fear because of what just happened. But look at Mullen. Weren't we waiting for Mullen to execute the reverse split to run it up, or the amount beforehand? So listen, your guess is as good as mine. I gave you 3 scenarios. Tomorrow, from pre-market on, could be a good run up. There's always a more or less a good run up before a reverse split. For some reason, people trying to get shares, get in, whatever, yada, yada, whatever. Then on the other side, once they adjust the float with the new stock price and positive news come out that they now make the regs and stuff, yes, you have less shares, but now it's valued more. So you didn't lose money, but if it bumps up, still some money. So the company's not going to go out of business. Not going to delist or anything like that. It's going to be interesting. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Remember, you're an adult. You invest the way you need to. And it's your money. It's your fingers touching the buttons and touching other stuff. I don't know what you're touching, but, don't touch me. That's it. Johnny Love.